Hey and welcome to the Mazda guide on Oran Park International. This track has a special spot which I want to show you before we get to the guide. There's a pathway at the exit of turn 3 and when I was practicing I wondered if you can use it. It turned out you can. You don't receive an incident point and you don't even get a slowdown penalty. You can use it as an alternative exit and it looks like you can get away with it. I've tweeted iRacing to ask if they're aware of the issue and if it leads to any punishments when you use it. I haven't received an answer at the time of editing this video, but I will link the tweet below and update it once things get cleared. Personally, I wouldn't recommend you to use the path to gain an advantage over someone, for example to overtake or to close a gap. It's clearly cheating, and based on the way iRacing handled similar incidents in the past, you will probably get punished for it if you get protested. However, when there's a crash on the first lap, or you mess up and go wide, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with using it to get back on track. I say shouldn't because I don't know it for sure, it's just my conclusion. If you want to be 100% clear on this, just avoid it until there's an official statement or a fix. But now let's take a look at the lap. Turn in from the outside, attack the curb and use it as marker. You want to hit the brakes hard when you reach it and shift down quickly to make use of the engine brake. Let the car swing to the outside while you decelerate, turn in and try to be early on the throttle for the short straight. Position the car on the far left. Possible markers for braking are the pile of white tires or the small curb on the left. Hit the brakes and point the car towards the apex of the hairpin. Stick to the inside and be patient on the throttle. The turn is closing in towards the exit and if you are too early on the throttle you will end up on the pathway we talked about at the beginning. Make sure that you use all available space and exit on the outside. The straight isn't too long, but a bad exit still hurts you and costs you time. Stay on the outside again and use the first pile of tires on the left as marker. It's important that you hit your braking point here and don't overshoot the turn. There's a small crest on the entry which will lift both of your tires on the right side into the air after turning in. This costs you a lot of grip and if you miss the braking point or the turn in, you won't be able to correct your line. So make sure that you are extra careful around here. That's the moment when you are basically turning in on 2.5 wheels. There are two more important facts about the turn itself. First, avoid the curb on the inside. It's better to go slightly wide than hitting it, because it will launch your car into the air and there's no way to recover. And second, you can take this turn in second or third gear. In the end it boils down to your personal preferences. I tried both and both ways are equally fast and have pros and cons. The biggest advantage of staying in third gear was that the car is more stable and you can fully focus on hitting the line, while short shifting into second gives you slightly more turn in, but it also leaves less space for mistakes. You should try both and see which way feels more natural for you. Approach the bridge on the far left. It looks like a short straight, but it's not. You want to turn in right when you clear the crest and disengage the throttle to roughly 70% input. Aim for the inside curb at the exit of the bridge. And if you hit it, you can go flat out again and accelerate towards the next turn. We will stay in third gear all the way through the next turns, which means that there's one thing less you need to care about. Tap the brakes to shift the load of the car to the front and turn in before you reach the drop. Essentially, you want to throw the car into the next turn. Attack the curb on the inside, and when you know you're on the correct line, it's time to step on the throttle again. If you struggle around here, just be patient. Those turns need a lot of practice because they are all nearly blind. Be careful in your first lap when you are in this sector. The car is extremely loose on cold tires, it's easy to spin, and your race might be over before it even started. Follow a smooth line, let the car swing to the far right and use the curb on the right side as marker. Tap the brakes, aim for the next curb. And again, accelerate once you know you hit it. When you're on the straight, you can use your gearbox again and shift into 4th gear. The last brake marker are the brown dirt spots on the track. Stay on the outside, shift back into 3rd gear and be patient. You can try the 2nd gear again, it makes it easier to hit a turn, but this time staying in 3rd is significantly faster if you can move the car at the limit. You want to stay on the outside until you reach the hill and aim for a late apex. If you turn in too early, you will get carried into the wall. That's why you want to go wide first and get closer to the curb towards the exit of the turn. This line gives you a clean run onto the straight and you can finish a great lap. That's it. All additional files, including the ghost car and telemetry, are in the database on the community Discord. You can find the link in the description below. I will also link my tweet, that way you can check if there was an update on the pathway in turn 3. Have fun with the Cockpit Lap which is coming up. Thanks for watching and thanks for your support on Twitch, YouTube and Patreon. I wish you good luck for the next week and see you next time.